Dr. Yang, great to have you with the CGTN. In recent months, the Philippines has made provocations regarding certain islands and reefs in the South China Sea, including attempts to deliver construction materials to a military vessel illegally grounded at China's Yang Xiao. What's the purpose behind this act of infringement?
The Philippine government is trying hard, determined to build permanent infrastructures at Yang Xiao, which they call the Second Thomas Shoal. They want to transfer the grounded vessel into a military outpost. Xianbingjiao is quite near Yang Xiao. Philippine Coast Guard are going to ground a new Coast Guard ship at Xianbingjiao. Probably they are going to build a new base there. What they are doing is to intentionally provoke in South China Sea. Like you have a house, you have inherited it from your ancestors. For several generations you have lived here. And then you have a fence, you have lawn protected by the fence. However, you have a neighbor. He set a camp just aside your fence and he broke your fence and intruded into your lawn.
During the 21st Shangri-La dialogue in late May, the Philippine president just asserted the so-called legal basis for Manila's territorial claims in the South China Sea, and he referenced both the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea and the 2016 arbitration award. So what's your response to such assertions?
The Philippines' territory is framed in a rectangle that is rectified by the 1898 Spain and US treaty. So from that time, Spain transferred the Philippines, this colony, to the US, and they have written it down very clear that what is Philippines. The treaty has more authority than the following UN clause because the territory is right there. So the islands, reefs, shores in the South China Sea is not their territory. So what they are doing now, what they are fabricating is just misleading. That is a cognitive law.
The Philippines has announced plans to file a complaint against China over alleged environmental damage to some reefs and shoals in the South China Sea. What's your response to such allegations?
Philippines is a archipelago country. They have more than 7,000 islands, but they have polluted all the nearby, their coastlines, their waters, their inner waters, their lakes, their rivers, all polluted. Since 1960s, scientists and protectionism all noticed this problem. So there's lots of academic papers calling for solve the problem. However, nowadays they do not do good governance in their domestic issues, but they intruded into South China Sea and they keep saying that China is polluting. That is unbelievable. And China has done a lot to protect the South China Sea's environment and ecology, and all the international society has noticed that. So they're not real telling about protect the environment and the ecology. Their real purpose is the expansion of territory. It's time for the international ecology protection organizations to push them to tow away that old vessel. This ship has 80 years age. So it should be sent into museum rather than grounded in this beautiful site and keep polluting the South China Sea, keep damaging the marine lives in the water.
Speaking of the marine environment, the country has also accused the Chinese fishers of destructive practices involving the use of cyanide in the Huangyandao. Is there any truth to these allegations?
This kind of illegal fishing originated from Philippines in 1960s and then spread to the Southeast Asia. So that is well known in the scientific circle. They are inventor and they are practitioner. Right now, they are still doing that. However, in China, our fishermen do not use that measure to fishing because we have a lot more advanced measures. What they are doing is just like we are sitting in a room and no one smokes, but only he smokes and he accuses all the others that you smoke, you are polluting the room. That is ridiculous. They have some out-region powers supporting them, helping them to design the topic. They are agents. They're some powers agent, and they're trying hard to do these provocations.
Actually, China has consistently advocated for properly resolving maritime disputes through dialogue and consultation. So, what role can the DOC Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea play in this regard?
Yes, China is quite a responsible power, especially in the South China Sea region. So from the 2002, China and the surrounding countries, the ASEAN members, we signed the declaration, that is DOC. And the DOC is very clear in the Article 4 and Article 5 that we resolve the disputes in peaceful means. We do not go further. We do not occupy the new islands and reefs, do not inhabit it on the no-man island. It's very important and it works very well. We believe that in the next decades, this will still work because DOC is just a draft of COC, Code of Conduct of the South China Sea, and we are pushing forward quite diligently to form a formal code of conduct. In the following years, China will do more to make this area more stable, more peaceful, and make it a cooperation sea, make it a transporting line, the trading platform for the neighboring countries.